Lion to children. Hello, welcome to 6 Minute English. I'm Neil and I'm Rod. Rod, when you were a child, did you have a pet? Yes, we had a few pets. My favorites were a little Luffy hamster. And what happened to your hamster? Well, one day I got home and from school and he wasn't in his cage. I was worried for a bit in case he escaped or got hurt, but it was alright. My mom told me that he had gone to lie on a farm so that he could run around with other animals. Really? Yes, really. Her hamster went to live on the farm to be with other animals. Really? Oh well, when you birth it's like that. I think that's was probably one of the lies that parents have their children so as not to make them sad. Well, I'm sad now. Well, maybe having a god at this which will cheer you up. According to a study by a US psychiatrist, what percentage of people were life in a typical 10 minutes conversation is A. 40%, B. 50%, or C. 60%. I think most people don't like that much, so I will say 40%. Well, rather, the answer a little later in the program. So today we are talking about light and particularly the lie that parents tell children. The topic was discussed on the BBC radio for programs were Woman's Hour. A guest on that program was Dr. Trish Boss, a psychiatrist at Exeter University. He talks about a particular kind of lie. We tell this lie not because we want to hurt people. What color are these lies called? A white lie is just a distortion of the truth without malicious intent. As long as they are not malicious intent, I think it's something that we do. It's almost societal norm that it's become where it is a set table that what we do tell certain lies that at certain time that the street boys there. What color is sky of light he was talking about? A white light. He said a white light is just a detection of the two. Detection, his mean a changing appendage of the two. This kind of lies are okay as long as we don't tell them because we want to hurt someone. He used the first malicious intent to talk about a bad reason for doing something different here. Yes, intent is the reason or purpose for doing something and malicious is an intention which means cruel or nasty. So without malicious intent means without wanting to hurt or be cruel to someone. He said that kind of white lies were almost a societal norm. Can you explain what he means by that? Yes, something that is the norm is something that is expected. It's regular and usual. The attracted societal come from the norms. The norms society. So a societal norm is something that is regular and common in your culture or society. So do you think your mom's story about the hunter and the farm was a little wildlife? Yes, I'm sure it was. She didn't do it with malicious intent. She didn't want to hurt me. In fact, just the opposite. She wanted to go at me. Yes, that one kind of white like that. Parental to protect children. There are also a couple of other reasons. One being the parent convenience. Yes, I remember my mom telling me on certain days the back wasn't open. I know. Now, that is never lost. I guess at the time, she was just too busy to meet me. And then there are the cultural lies that parents tell children. What do you mean by that? Well, but if you had any children listening to this right now, you might want to cover their ear for a few seconds. Right? I'm talking about, for example, for Father Christmas and Tooth Fairies. Yes, there's no malicious intent in telling children those stories. It is a cultural and societal norm. Let's listen to the Dr. Trishboy again talking about wildlife. A wildlife is just a distortion of the truth with a malicious intent as long as there is not malicious intent, I think. It's something that we do. It's almost a societal norm that is become where it is acceptable that we do tell certain lies at certain time. So now back to our question at the top of the programs. I asked what percentage of the people will lie in a typical 10 minutes conversation with it? A. 40%, B. 50%, or C. 60%. What did you say, God? I said A. Just 40%. Well, I'm afraid the answer was 60%. Really? Rodness? 60%? That's more than I bet. Right. Well, before we go, let's recap the vocabulary we talked about today. The first impression was wildlife, aligned with tell that with a meaning to hurt someone. For example, when I say to you, you look nice to do today. Wait, what did you say? But that is actually a distance of the two, a changing opinion of the two. This made me think of the next impression. Malicious intent. Intent is the reason of purpose for doing something, and doing something with a malicious intent is doing it deliberately. To be cruel or to hurt someone, I think you had a malicious intent. Tell me that when you say I look nice, it's just a lie. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's the norm for you, isn't it? Just kidding. A norm is the standard as normal way that something is. In this clip, we hit societal norm, which is the accept a normal way something is done society. For example, telling children about Father Christmas. But yes, you're right. Well, sadly, it isn't a lie, but that's on for this program from our fire us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube basis, and of course, our website bbclearningenglish.com, where you can find on kinds of other audio programs, video, and videos to help you improve your language, improve your English. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye. Bye bye.